I call now on Ethiopia. State Minister Mitiku Gutile. His statement will be followed by Cuba and then Ghana. State Minister, you have the floor, please.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for giving me this opportunity. As you may all know, Ethiopia is one of the world's fastest growing economies and is well engaged towards reaching its development target set out by the government Growth and Transformation Plan by 2015. Nevertheless, natural and human-induced hazards and associated disasters and emergencies continue posing a serious threat to our country, mainly because of widespread vulnerability and climate change. This phenomena leads to a high risk of losing hard-won development gains and growing food insecurity and hindering progress towards eradicating poverty, as well as attaining sustainable economic development. Recognizing this situation, the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia has put disaster risk management and resilience building at the top of its development agenda and has put in place legal and institutional framework to fully operationalize them. As part of its continued effort toward climate change adaptation and mitigation, the government has also developed a climate-resilient green economy strategy, and efforts are being made towards its implementation. Mr. Chairman, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Ethiopia's disaster risk management approach is in line with the Hyogo Framework for Action, the African Regional Strategy for Disaster Risk Reduction and its Program of Action, and the IGAD Disaster Risk Management Program. The program focuses on managing disaster risks as opposed to our previous reactive approach, which mainly concentrated on managing disasters and resulting emergencies. Under the National Disaster Risk Management Program, we have achieved a broad range of results over the last few years, which we have reflected in the HFA Progress Report prepared based on the HFA Monitor template and submitted to UNICDR Regional Office for Africa. To highlight some of the recent key achievements, to strengthen early warning and emergency coordination, we have set up Early Warning and Emergency Coordination Center, which will soon be fully operational round the clock. We have also recently inaugurated the African Center for Disaster Risk Management, which has successfully run its first international master course on disaster risk management in April this year. This center has the vision of growing into a center of excellence to serve the whole continent in advancing the disaster risk management agenda. Our disaster risk profiling work, a foundation for designing targeted disaster risk reduction plans and contextualizing early warning and response system for local levels, is also going on well, currently covering nearly 300 districts. As part of our effort to move away from a bi-seasonal assessment business estimate to a continuous monitoring system-based approach, we have recently launched the Livelihood Early Assessment and Protection LEAP tool, which will allow us to project drought-induced risks well ahead of time with sufficient lead time to jump-start early action and response at the right time. Preparedness is the key for effective DRM. In this context, the government of Ethiopia has recently enacted a new regulation establishing a national strategic grain reserve of 3 million tons for use in addressing risks associated with food shortage in the country and stimulating sustained increase of food production, especially that of smallholder farmers. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, looking ahead under the leadership of the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, IGAD, Ethiopia has taken part in establishing the IGAD Regional Disaster Response Fund and developing hazard map and atlas for key regional hazards. Moreover, based on the review of progress so far in implementing country and IGAD Disaster Risk Management Program, the Africa Regional Strategy for DRR and its Program of Action, the Hyogo Framework for Action, we worked with IGAD to identify outstanding actions to be scaled up in the remaining period of the HFA and prioritize key areas for HFA2, post-2015 HFA. We are hopeful that the identified priority areas would contribute to and form the basis of the formulation of the post-2015 HFA. My government would remain committed to the implementation of all outstanding actions by 2015 and to collaborate and work with all concerned to formulate and implement the HFA 2. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, let me conclude my statement by expressing my heartfelt gratitude to all partners for their continued support toward the advancement of the DRM agenda in Ethiopia, as well as across the IGAD region. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, State Minister.